Hey, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'll be going over how you can legally start your business here in Canada in 2023. Now, let's get right into it. Number one, naming your business and identifying the type of business. So you might have watched my previous video where I spoke about how you can monetize your skills and your gifts and your expertise. And now you have finally decided on the type of business that you want to start. So go ahead and choose a name for your business. Now the name can be, if you want to create your own personal branding, so that would be your name, your full name. If you want to create, say, another business, so you want to be an author, you want to do hair, you want to do makeup, you want to be in the food industry, in the fitness industry, whatever it is, whatever the industry is, then you choose a name that is ideal for your business. So while you're at it, you have your business name, you identify the type of business, then you would want to go ahead and select your domain name. By selecting your domain name, you're owning your name, your unique business name, purchasing this to use for your website. So GoDaddy would be my recommendation. So for example, in the past for my t-shirt business, the name for that business was Holistic Apparel because it was an apparel line where I was doing apparels, t-shirts, hoodies, and all that stuff. So you select the name, go ahead, purchase your domain. And a pro tip, whenever you're selecting your name, just go ahead and do your market research. Search the trademark, make sure that the name is not trademarked, owned by someone else. Ensure you search social media and all that stuff. So do your background research, right? So another thing when you're purchasing your domain, so say for example, you're here in Canada and you're purchasing .ca, I would recommend for you to also purchase .com because somebody else in the States or elsewhere over the world can go ahead now and purchase that .com version and have issues down the road. So usually when I'm purchasing domains, I purchase .com, .ca, maybe .org, .org, or .net. So go ahead and make sure you're creating ownership for these domain names. And as I said, GoDaddy, and you can do annual. They have different prices. So you can go ahead and do that. There are other different domain providers, but I just personally like GoDaddy. Setting up your business entity. Now, the two most popular ones here in Canada is sole proprietorship or corporation. Now, the difference with sole proprietorship and the corporation, the sole proprietorship is having the business under your name, under your finances, under your entity. It's not a separate entity from yourself or from your business. Whereas the corporation, you have yourself and the business is different. So if something goes wrong with some side to sue you or something for the business, then they go at the corporation and that your finances won't get involved rather than coming directly after you, your finances, your properties, and all that stuff. So it's just a separate entity from yourself. So proprietorship and corporation. Both of them are different, so please get legal advice. This is not legal advice, disclaimer. I'm just sharing with you from my personal experiences starting businesses, sole proprietorship, and corporation here in Canada. So you get your legal advice to make your decision. Now, the startup cost for sole proprietorship is far much cheaper than the startup cost for corporation. If you're planning to pay to get it done, yes, you can do it yourself, but to pay to get it done, I find it easier. I've used Owner. I like using Owner when I'm setting up my sole proprietorship or my corporation because it's a streamlined. They do everything and I get all the documentation after submitting, right? So it's easier. So you can decide, explore. There are different types of agencies that you can pay to get it done. You can use your lawyer, just different stuff. But you decide which one is right for you. For example, when I started my t-shirt business back 3-4 years ago, I set up a sole proprietorship. It was a low risk business, right? So it was a t-shirt, apparels, and stuff that I was selling. So I decided to do a sole proprietorship for that business. Also, when I was doing my life coaching, again, I went sole proprietorship. Now I'm a licensed real estate salesperson. Now I can choose either a sole proprietorship or a corporation. I decide to start off with the sole proprietorship, and then later on I can turn it over into a corporation. So there you go, different business entities that will suit your personal needs. When it comes down to filing taxes for sole proprietorship, it is an added part of your income. So if you're working full-time and you're doing this business as part-time, it is combined with your income, with your salary. Whereas with the corporation taxes is filed separately, separate and apart from your personal taxes. So that's where the differences comes in. So get your legal advice, as I said, to choose which one is right. After you set up your corporation, your legal entity, apply for HST and your business number, which you can just go on Canada Revenue Agency and you can apply for these. You can do these by yourself. I did it. It was pretty simple, pretty easy, straightforward. You go in, do your thing, and immediately you are provided with your business number and your HST in order to pay taxes. So when you collect, you can collect HST from other persons as a business, and that HST you have to remember to put aside. So as a business, you have to remember to put aside 30% of whatever you get so that you will pay your taxes at the end of the financial year, right? So get your business number. That is like your SIN for the business, right? Separate and apart from your personal SIN number. So that's very important. So the next thing to do now, you get your business name, you set up your entity, your legal entity, you have your BSN number, your HST number. Now it's time to go ahead, go to the bank and set up your business bank account. Yes, you don't want to mix your personal finances with your business finances, even if it is sole proprietorship, right? Because when it comes on to tax time, and if they decide to do some form of audit, then you can have the business separate and apart from your personal finances, right? So they will need proof of the legal business name, all those documentations that you did prior in the prayer steps to provide to the bank so that you can open your business bank account. Now, when you open this business bank account, please ensure you request a credit card. This is a pro tip. So you can start building business credit. And with this credit card too, it is easier to use for your business rather than using your personal credit card, right? So they will offer you, apply for a credit card. Most times they will offer you, when you're applying for the bank account, setting up the bank account, usually they will give you a minimum, maybe $500 to start off with. And as the time goes by, they will increase it, depends on how good you are. And then they might offer you a line of credit, which gives you more flexibility with finances and investing in your business, right? So whether you're going to pay for coaching, you're going to pay for products or different services, then you have this leeway of money, which is accessible to you to invest within your business. Next thing now would be to manage and track your finances, right? You can use apps, you can use different programs, different systems. So whether you want to go old school and do your own bookkeeping, you can do that. There are different apps, there are different products. I like using Wave. So when I had my apparel branding, when I was doing life coach, which I still do life coaching, I have Wave. So with Wave, I can go in and I can track the different vendors, the different payments that I receive, how I receive the payment. It's linked to my bank account. So the streamlining is just very simple. You can also create invoices and send directly to clients via email. You can see when they open it and they can make payments too. So I just like using that one, Wave. There's Honeybooks, there's QuickBooks. So there are different types of systems in place to track your finances. Then the next fun part, this is what I love, is the branding, the logo, and all that fun stuff that represents your brand. Now, a lot of people think that branding is just a color and a logo and all that stuff, but there is far more to it than just the logo, the colors, and all that, and the name and all that stuff. Branding is the vibe. What kind of vibe do you bring to your brand, right? Like for my brand is an approachable Yashika Turner. That's my brand, my business name. My personal branding is fun, approachable. My core principles are fun, freedom, family time, flexibility, finances. So that's the vibe that comes with my branding. Now, as you know, I like my brand colors are teal, black, white, gold. So those are the things that you have to come up with, think about, and streamline when it comes to your branding. That's a whole separate entity, right? That you have to go through and identify these things that when somebody see you, they know that's your brand. When you see a red and white KFC, you know that's KFC. When you see the M, you know that's McDonald's, right? Walmart. What does Walmart brand represent? What does McDonald's brand represent, right? So those are the things that compose the branding, right? So get somebody to do your logo, to identify your colors, color palette, and all that stuff. If you can't do it yourself, go to Fiverr. I went to Fiverr and I got my logo done initially when I just started. So if you're just starting off, you can go ahead and you use Canva, right? Less money spending because you want to start from the bare minimum. So go to Canva. If you haven't heard of Canva before, that's an app that you can use for designs. Very creative. I use Canva for everything. For thumbnails, for everything, every design, any design that you see I have here on my Instagram, Facebook for my content, Canva is the go-to. So if you cannot afford to dig into your pocket and get a professional, go to Canva, create a simple logo. Canva also have color palettes where you can choose from, the fonts and all that stuff. So you need a branding kit. That's a whole different ballgame. If you need to learn more about all these things, I'll put a link below where I do offer coaching sessions to learn more about starting your business. Now, next in line is contracts. Contracts is important depending on the type of business that you're doing. So, for example, you're a service provider. It is important for you to have a contract ready for your client to sign. So they are in agreement in whatever service that you're providing. It is in writing. So it is a consensual agreement between yourself and the client. So later down, they didn't say, I say, me say, you say, and they didn't get the service that they wanted. You have it written in a contract, which they sign it. So go ahead, speak to a lawyer. Maybe ChatGPT can help you because ChatGPT help with every and anything these days. So go ahead and get yourself a contract. Next is to set up your payment methods, right? If you already have a personal PayPal account, I would advise for you to go and set up a business PayPal account. Why? Depending on the amount of transfer, the sum of money that you are receiving or you will be receiving, if it is too much, then PayPal might clamp your account and think that there's something fraudulent going on. Whereas if you have a business PayPal, then it is more money can be transferred and you can accept different amounts of payments, right? So you don't have to think about there's a cap of $500 or $1,000 how frequent people paying you. So go ahead and you set up a business PayPal. For Interact, I've also set up for my business account. I have an Interact so persons can deposit money directly to me. Here in Canada, we use Interact a lot. You can set up a Stripe account. I have Stripe account set up to my ConvertKit. So when persons purchase coaching sessions from me, that goes through Stripe payment, right? So there are different forms of payment that you can plan to receive for your service or for your products. If it's a product-based business, so for example, Shopify, I've had a Shopify store in the past. Now everything is within Shopify. They did require PayPal information and your banking information, so the money goes directly through your banking. So that's why it is very important for you to have your business bank account set up before you progress along the journey, right? Next thing is your social media, which is marketing and promoting. Now, if you have a business, how people are going to know about your business and even know that your business exists without you telling them, without you marketing and promoting. You know, funny, when I just started my t-shirt business a couple years ago, everybody was on this passive income, multiple income stream. And of course, I jumped on the bandwagon, right? Little did I know was that this passive income was not very much a passive income. I had to work, market, and promote that business. So if you're starting up a business and it's online, especially online, it's not a brick and mortar store, people walk in, how people are going to know that you have an online business going on? You have to speak, market, promote, advertise daily, show up, right? Like for me, I do several things. I'm a licensed realtor here in Hamilton, Ontario. So on my Instagram, I mostly promote that marketing, promoting real estate, all that stuff when it comes on to real estate, right? When I had my t-shirt business going on, I had to be consistently posting, wearing my t-shirts on Facebook, letting family, friends know on WhatsApp. Right now, my WhatsApp, I promote on WhatsApp. So if persons don't like to see real estate stuff, that's my business. I'm promoting. And sometimes family and members will share. Sometimes they will not share. So don't feel too bad. That is only your family. It's not only your family. It's just people. That's how people are, right? So go ahead, dominate your social media platforms in the business name. So make it more easier for your business name to be the same cross-line all social media platforms. So whatever your business name is, so for example, Yashika Turner, you will find me on Instagram, on Facebook, here on YouTube, my website, it's all the same. So it's a branding across the board. So remember, before in the first step, when you're choosing your business name, depends on the business name, go ahead and check social media to make sure nobody has that link or that. Sometimes you have to do a little tweak, maybe add your middle name or add a little thing at the end if it is your personal name, right? So go ahead and start dominating the social media platform, start creating your content on Canva and just market. Congratulations, and I'm looking forward to see your business startup. Drop it in the comments and let me know what type of business you're planning on starting here in Canada, and put your social media links because I want to follow you and I want to cheer you on. Thank you so much for watching, and that's it for today. All the steps you need to start your business here in Canada in 2023. And I'll put the link to my last video that I just did on how to monetize your skills, gifts, and expertise if you haven't yet seen that video. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet done so. Thank you so much, and bye for now.